So, hi friends. Today we had a little technical problem before starting, and we have Martine Sicard, who is an old hand in the organization of World March. She was involved with the first one and with the second one that was interrupted by the
COVID.
COVID, and then now the third one. And she is French Algerian, I think, and she lives in the south of France. And because she's very experienced and she's happy to meet all of you, although we will have to work a bit in English and in French. And then we would like to first to hear, what do you know about this World March for Peace and Nonviolence that is in its third version now around the world, and that we are committed to make it very successful in the countries where we are, because it doesn't need a massive effort of any type. We need to be documented well. We have to take pictures of what we are doing, and we have to come out with banners and with T-shirts, and we have a very nice statement about nonviolence and how we want to promote it everywhere. That is called the ethical statement. That people are very happy to do it because it's a very noble statement. And well, we know, for example, the situation of civil unrest that you are facing in Kenya, and it's happening all over the world. That we have these huge wars in the Middle East and in Ukraine, and the countries of the world, of the powers of the world, the established powers, are very belligerent, because certainly the status quo that they have enjoyed for a long, long time is starting to crack down for many different reasons. So I would like, it's very important, therefore, what we are going to do, to march or to have events in the countries where we are established, to showing our adherence to this march, and to informing other people that haven't heard of it, what is that we are planning, and inviting to participate with us. So please, Dorothy, give me your impressions. What's the picture that you have?
Oh, good evening, everyone. Yeah,
I
I'm
have
so
it.
great. Yeah, I'm so grateful to be part of this. And as I am looking forward for this match, I think the whole world is seeing what is happening in Kenya currently.
Yes.
And I think match like these are things which are going to help us out. And when we are having something like this, I think we should have something to identify ourselves.
Yes.
Like we should have the T-shirt, we should have the banner.
Yes. Hmm.
We should know what we are writing on those T-shirts or on the banners, which can pass the information. And
Yes.
we should know people whom we are supposed to involve. Like
Yes.
here in Kenya, you found that sometimes it's very peaceful, like the one we did last week on Tuesday, leave alone this week. This week has been worse. The last week, the one we did was a bit peaceful in Kisumu.
Yes. Yes.
But we find that most of the time, you find people who are rogues, they join such match and then
Mm.
they interfere. That is the reason why the police get into it. So I think when
Yeah.
we want to do something like this, we have to inform the police
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
We can even present our letter
Yes.
for the
Uh-huh.
demonstration
Mm.
in advance, like 1 month in
Mm.
advance, so that when
Mm-hmm.
it's happening, you have enough security and you are
Yeah.
assuring them that it's going to be a peaceful match. Because in Kenya,
Exactly.
it's now going to be a bit. I don't know how I can say. It's going to bring a bit hiccups because you
Yes.
see right now what has been happening. So,
Mm.
in case you want to do something like that, people will be curious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm?
Exactly.
So that is the reason why here I think we need a lot of preparation in Kenya.
Yes.
Anywhere we are going to do it, if we are going to do it in Nairobi, we have to start
Mm.
planning early
Mm-hmm.
so that in
That's
the D
correct.
Day we don't get blocked out of not
Mm.
doing what we
Yes.
want to do. Thank you
Excellent.
so
That is
much.
a very good. Well, who is next? Anita, I think she was there and she has waited patiently. Is it that she left or
Just
what?
sorry, just one question. Maybe somebody could write some simple notes in order to have information, because in 2 weeks we will have a meeting with East Africa people. So
Yeah.
it should be interesting to have a vision of what you are planning in that part of Africa. So if
Yes.
somebody, 2 person should take some notes, it should be fantastic.
We are recording the meeting. Every word that you have said is now script.
Yeah. I want to mention that Abel raised his hand.
Yes.
He has something to say, so maybe
Okay.
we can listen to him.
Hmm.
Welcome,
Hi,
Abel.
Abel.
You are muted if you want to speak to us.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to all of us in this meeting. And it comes at a time when each and every one of us is now enlightened on what is happening in the world,
Mm.
not only in Kenya, not only in what's happening in other countries, but it's across board, even
Mm.
in areas where we think it's peaceful, it is not peaceful.
Exactly.
And as as human beings, as members who have feelings for each other and who feel that we should be in solidarity, work together with those who unfortunately find themselves entangled in between this violence.
Mm.
It's, if someone asks me today, what is that world march? What should I tell the person?
Yes.
We are
Martin,
here
can
to
you
speak
explain to him? Yes.
in one voice across board in all the countries, so
Mm.
that we can be able to deliver humanity from this violence. And this can only happen if we speak in one mind and walk in one direction
Mm.
across all the continents. And here
Exactly.
comes the world match. Maybe others can come on board and share their
Yes.
input exactly what this is all about. It may not be
Exactly.
a demonstration, but an expression of our human need. It is a human right to have
Yes.
peace, to live in a
It
peaceful
is.
world,
Yes.
so that we can be able to be who we should be. Because we
Exactly.
cannot be who we should be if we are in an environment that is not peaceful. Thank
Yes.
you so
And there are people who are interested in creating violence because they benefit out of it. And we have to be very aware and we have to inform other people that that's the case. Because naturally, the human beings, once they can satisfy the fundamental needs and feed the families and all that, they are non-violent. And we are all very nice and we have lots of things to contribute. But there are always people instigating and destabilizing and manipulating and taking the money that belongs to the whole. And that's a problem. We have to create awareness about that. But Anita was there and appeared and then disappeared. It's because she has been waiting. I would like to hear what she has said. And then we can in the end hear Martine, because since she is a senior in the organization of these events, she will have a few ideas that we could start incorporating and copying.
Okay, thanks to everybody to be here. Sorry if my English is not so fluent like Antonio and other people. Anyway, uh, it's very important to understand the spirit of the march. In this peculiar moment, however, the information arrived to us, it's terrible all around the world with violent conflict, everything. We believe that the future of human being should be evolutive in a good direction. And we are trying to show that in many places all over the world, the normal people would like to live with no violence. So, but you have to put light upon it, okay? So, in trying to going ahead towards a culture of no violence. So, the
Mhm.
idea of the World March is to put focus and light upon initiative or activity, yet working in different place and in different levels, or a new one. For example, we could organize activity in at different level. In this moment, for us, very important education, because there were all is beginning, depending of how you are working with young people after they have some kind of different values. No, you understand? I don't, sorry, my English. So, for example, and speaking about Africa, I remember last March, we could have an activity in neighbor with different schools, having days of no violence, explaining to the young people which is really the fount of no violence, and doing a human symbol of peace and no violence. Should be an example of one activity. You could do this not only in basic school, but if you have some contact in university, it should be very interesting too. At another level, or the same day or the same place, another place, you can organize a activity like exhibition of, comment dit, dibujo?
Yeah.
Sketches of
drawing sketches of
yes,
situations of peace and
mu-
well-being. And we are
mural,
happy, sorry to interrupt you briefly there, we are very happy to work individually with everyone, because many times when we organize things, we talk to like to everyone, but we don't pay attention to each one, the individual. And so we want to know this time, we want to be able to have a discussion one-to-one to see what you want. For example, Dorothy or Anita
yes,
or Eltriga, what do
yes,
you think you could do according to your own imagination, to your own
exactly,
friends, to what your life is, what you are, your own preferences? And then we can prepare something that can be very successful. We'll invite you to connect lots of people, and you can start planning in that direction. And all together, we can at one point do something together. If we are in Kisumu, or if we are in Nairobi, or somewhere we are close, or even we can go to Tanzania. I hear that Tracy, because she is into music and the arts, etc., or Obala, he is in sports. They can reach much further and organize bigger events, because that is the things that they do in the day to day. But also, if we have only the friends of our neighborhood, or like Dorothy, she's into education, and the people of the school, the other teachers and all, every single initiative will be valid and welcome. And we would like to help you to organize and to have more ideas of what to do, and to start to put things together. And then all that can have a big impact, because we'll take pictures, even if it's a small meeting that you do in your neighborhood. We'll record that, and we'll record the other one. When you see all the pictures together, the people will say, "What is this? It's fantastic! It's so enthusiastic, and so many people involved, etc." That is what we would like to do. So let us hear the others who have been waiting for some time. Sorry, Ragnar.
Can I interrupt also too? But I really recommend that each and everyone introduce themselves and say something. But also, I would like if each and everyone, meanwhile, when they introduce themselves, tell us what they think that they can do, what kind of activity they have in mind on their area and with their group. And also, like Julius was starting in the beginning, we have to have all kinds of projects where we do something, whatever, but the message have to be very clear about peace, and we will support activities, the big activities, with maybe banners and T-shirts. So we have a clear message. That is what we have decided. But please, anyone, yeah, and Julius was talking about the crops, which is like the banners and the T-shirt to have a clear message for people what is going on. But don't let me take too long. Please, everyone who want to introduce themselves and tell what they think that they can do in their area.
Once more, good evening to everyone. I'm
Trigger.
Trigger from Cameroon. I'm really happy to be here. Yeah. Thank you, sir. And it's a privilege though, because it's really been a long time coming. We have been here discussing and trying to see ways that we can resolve some issues in our societies. But it has not been an easy ride though, because it's where we find ourselves, most especially me, where I find myself now, with the crisis and all that. Some particular occasions are really hard to put out if you don't have an authorization, most especially like informing the authorities in that area that this is what is supposed to be done, and giving them the notion and idea of what it's all about. Because most of the times they notice that some people just stand up for a goal and actually faking it. So within that space, they do their own dubious and crazy acts behind it. So when it gets to them, it becomes a problem. Why? Because not only you are in danger, the people who are present with you are also in danger. The community is in danger. The government within that jurisdiction too is in danger, because
Yeah.
it has an impact to play. So for me, I know I'll go for the printing of t-shirt. I believe that will be good to demonstrate, but necessarily it's going to be pictures. Yeah, so I can look for a way to send out. Most of my colleagues and people whom I work with here are students. So most of them are on exams and the rest. So after that, most of them go out for holidays and all that. But I will still have to sit with them and talk, so we know if we can do something and print, so we can make this day a successful one. Thank you.
Excellent. The dates where the march is going to be in Africa, Martin, exactly what?
I think the entry by the north of Africa through Tunis and on Morocco should be around 25 of November. Okay? Yes. And
So the precision, because we don't need to be all together in one country, it's a huge continent. It's the largest continent in the world, perhaps.
But
So
for
we have to
example,
think about how the country, for example, if the
yes,
march, the core of the march and the founder of the march are in Morocco, we could be doing things in Kusumo in the context that the march will come closer to them, and
exactly.
trying in one particular date of November, perhaps the middle of November, we all at
Yes,
the same time will have activities in our own places. But unless we have the possibility to move geographically to some other place of convergence of groups of the march, it doesn't matter. We work at a local level. The important thing
exactly,
is that we express ourselves and we engage other people and we inform them what is all this, and then it's very successful. And we
exactly.
have, and I started this intervention because we have about 4 months. We have July, August, September, October, and Martin said that November is that the march will be here. So we have 4 months to start planning, talking, preparing, having some small events in the context of the march. And then by November will be the climax, the point where all these things will converge.
Yeah.
Yes, but
mentioned-
we only sorry, Julius. We are putting emphasis to the week from the 21 of September till the 2nd of October, which is the beginning of the march in Costa Rica. And 21 of September is International Day of Peace. And 2nd of October is International Day of No Violence. So we are trying to put emphasis during this week, that week, to show as much possible human symbol of no violence, of peace and no violence, in order to make like a virus all around the social networks. So it's an idea to think to it before the march will come with the base team inside Africa. But during that first week, it should be very interesting to try to organize the human symbols.
Excellent.
Sorry.
Anthony has the other hand risen.
I think Vincent was first in the row.
Okay.
And then Anthony, please, if you have some other of that. Vincent, could you introduce yourself and tell what you think you can do?
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, I want to appreciate everyone for this wonderful moment. What I want to say, I do appreciate because we are looking at creating peace worldwide. But what I was suggesting is that, before we carry out this activity, we should know the category of the people or the group of the people whom we are supposed to deal with. Secondly, where shall we carry this activity? Because if I look at the age group that can make this program to circulate or can make the program to spread easily, mostly youth, we should target the institution, university, other institution. Those are the place of concentration. Because there is a say, you cannot bend the whole tree, but we can only bend the premature tree. So I do appreciate the program, but we should know where we should carry out our activity and the category of people whom we should carry out this activity with. Thank you so much.
Young people, fundamentally, you say.
Yeah, thank you.
And
So
they will possess the world by the time that others are gone. So it's fantastic.
Yes, very good point.
Those are the seeds of change.
Yeah. Abel, I think, is the next one in the order. And Abel has raised his hand.
No, Anthony Opala was.
Yes, Opala. I was saying that. Yes.
Oh.
Please.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah. Welcome. Yes, please, Opala.
Where are you from, please?
Yeah, I'm back in Kisumu. I'm in Kisumu. So I to say because majorly we are doing sports or talent. I think we'll want to address our issues through talent, involving all the groups that are maybe within the allies that we can work to capture pictures on what we'll be doing, or maybe short films.
Okay.
A short film, yes. I mean, I introduced him a bit to Martina.
So while you are doing that, and as you realize, what is happening today in Kenya, it is the youths who have taken control. So the youth need to be talked to, the youth need to be shared, the news need to be told, because we are looking at the past incidents in our memory. So when we talk with the youths, of course, in future, they are able to navigate their ways. So me, I'll be doing our things on others who are within the area, so that we do it in the community and the outskirts. So maybe doing talent, to me, it will be okay. Though working with the other groups that are within Kisumu, you cannot work alone.
Perfect.
And you have a history, Bala, of some peace, some activities that you relate to a peaceful future. Am I right? You have had some peace
Yeah,
activities.
that's why I say. That's why I'm saying we can use talent, sports. Then we can also use
Yeah.
photography or film, short films, just
Yeah.
to show
Okay,
what
yeah,
what is happening. And you know when
oh,
you're doing
that's
films,
amazing.
when you're doing films, it remains
Yeah,
even after 30 years. People will use it.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Everything has
Okay,
to be recorded, Abala, and then we can edit it and we can every time give it greater exposure. Now
Yeah,
that we are working on a world scale with a common activity.
yeah,
And I wanted to tell Martina that Anthony is very well known in Kusumu because he has done lots of sports with youth. Is a professional in that field, and then he can call and put together
Yes,
large numbers of young people.
he
So
sent
it's
me a
very
message.
interesting. Yeah,
Yes, I think I will send him the way to organize a human symbol. It should be very interesting with that kind of people, which is working with. Okay.
and Ragnar is very good at that. He's a specialist because he has done it in Iceland too before. No,
yeah.
so we have our local engineer of human symbols in Kenya.
Yes, yes.
so
Yes, we are.
what I would like to urge you is kindly, if you are able, I know there are some of you who have been supporting things happen.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is. Of course, it is terrible to notice how things are going in Kenya at the moment, and maybe you can tell us more about it. And but what we are facing is how this is going on all over the world, and what we need to do is to focus on peace. We need to focus on active non-violence, because if we do a peaceful demonstration with active non-violence, then the government don't know how to handle it. But as soon as we start to use violence, then they know all the tricks, how they can answer and what they can do. So it's very important in Kenya at the moment to give a direction of non-violent activity, active non-violence and peace. But please continue. I see there are so many there. Apple was raising a hand, and it would be nice to know what he can do. He has so many countries like Burundi, Uganda, Kenya, and many places. Also, Tracy, I'm very
Okay, yeah.
curious to know what you want to do as a very known musician with concerts and things. Let's continue one by one. And I think maybe Abel is next.
Yes, thank you once again. And just like you have put it, what has lacked in addressing violence is the active non-violence way of doing it. And that is what lacks in most of the people who engage in this kind of activities. So that at the end of the day, in doing a peaceful one, it ends up becoming violent because of the approaches, because of how they do it. So there is need, just as ourselves, as we go forward doing these activities, to put that component of how do we ensure it is 100% non-violence. And in terms of the other countries that can be brought on board, I have contacted the team from Burundi, led by Quisera, and they have activities that will be taking place in the month of November, including traditional dance in
Mhm.
Burundi, by the
Beautiful.
Burundians. And I
Mhm.
have contacted the groups in Rwanda, in a place
Burundi and Rwanda.
in Kagugu, and they are organizing activities, but they are talking of They are doing political campaigns now because of the elections that is happening next month. But these activities are planned for the month of November. And what is happening now in Rwanda is bringing on board people from various provinces, including Rubavu in the west and those other provinces that can join Kigali. I am currently in northern Uganda, and we look forward to carrying out a dialogue in the northern Uganda that will bring together refugees from South Sudan who are residing in northern Uganda, and they can have a dialogue where they can be able to share the kind of conflicts that they undergo and they experience themselves, that will end up with activities like making being trained on how to do the peace sign. And the dialogue will be there are a series of dialogues that are happening as we speak, but they will culminate to a big one that will bring forth all the other refugees and the local people in the northern Uganda at that time of November. Back in
Fantastic.
Kenya, we are teaming up with the other time when I went to Kenya, we were talking of peace tournaments in terms of you have various teams from various communities so that it does not happen only at a particular region. You have football teams, people have singing groups, they have dance groups, then they organize an activity together that brings all of them on board. And at the end of the day, once they do that, they are given, they are talked to in terms of what do we mean by peace? What do we mean by non-violence? What do we mean by that is like an educational day as they perform. And part of
Beautiful.
what they are given to take home is the t-shirts that have messages of peace. And at the same time, during those talks, when they are like if it is a football tournament, bringing clubs from various places, that month of November 20th up to 25th becomes the climax when all the finals are taking place. And during that time, these messages are put forth. Those are
Fantastic.
things, activities that we are bringing forth together. It requires a lot of efforts from various stakeholders because we are talking of different countries coming together. And so far, we have reached this level, and we need more advice on how best we can do it as peace ambassadors in Africa. Thank you.
Great plan, fantastic plan. And we have lots of techniques of personal development where you can induce a state of nonviolence within your heart and within your mind. And that is very important at the same time that we are doing the other activities, external activities, that we can do it individually. So that for sure we can contribute, and lots of other ideas that we are doing in other places.
I want to add one point, Julius, sorry. I will now focus on one-to-one communication with all those who are active there. Like Apple, this week I will give you a call and we can have a conversation and talk.
Very good plan. Will help in any aspect that you can. And others are there. I see D and L that they are 6 people together, but we have heard them.
And Julius have raised hand.
Yes, I am raising a hand because this morning I had a very, very interesting conversation with Edwin Koga in Kisumu, and he is running a very interesting project that for many years and very successful. Amazon Theatrics Ensemble, and they have been covering all kinds of violence and they have been covering the green issues and so on. And I want to address you, Edwin. Would you be willing to tell us something about your activities and how you imagine that you can, bring this under the umbrella of the African, the third March the activities. Please, if you want to, we are willing to tell us.
Okay, thank you very much, Julius, and I greet all of you. My name is Edwin Koga. I am the founder of Amazon Theatrics Ensemble. Amazon is a performing arts and media organization based in Kisumu. So we employ a lot of performing arts, that is theater, for social change in our interventions, and we use theater, that is the forum and the street theaters, during our community sensitization on issues relating to violence and peace. And we have done this. Just the other day, we were also doing this in Nairobi, where we went to amplify youth voices in democracy and governance. When the democracy and governance is not stable in a country, then violence and peace prevails, just like now it's happening in Kenya. The root cause of all this is uh, uh, is the flexibility, or the I can say it's not having a good governance structure, and that's why people are on the street, because people are not being consulted, young people are not being put into uh, participation in the governance process to have their views. So we went to present a presentation on theater, on how young people voices can be put across to address peace and violence and security. So our program is activism for democracy and peace, activism for democracy and peace, in amplifying youth voices in spaces where they are given chances for their voices to be listened to. So, in our meeting today with Julius, we highlighted on how we use the forum theater and street theater during such kind of procession, or such kind of community awareness through matches, where we do stopovers activations through theater to pass information. We act it out, and then we have dialogue during that stopovers with the communities. So it's making it to be unique. It is not just a procession. That's where people walk with banners, with T-shirts, with a band, with music. But in certain points, we do a theater activation, where we perform for 2 to 3 minutes to trigger dialogue, or to have to foster some communication to the communities, to the onlookers, to the passers-by, on what is happening. So I will stop it there. And if anybody have a question, thank you.
It's brilliant, so
I might,
clear and
I
so
might
nice.
add a little. I might add a little bit to our conversation this morning. There we were. I was saying, telling Edwin how in the first March, many events like football matches and so on, that even the famous teams like Inter Milan and many of the football teams, they always started their sessions, the matches, by taking 1 minute with the banner and reflecting on peace and non-violence. And I was proposing to Edwin that now those logos and T-shirts and the banners could be a part of the ceremonial aspect of the theater, So this is a very, very interesting thing to enrich what you're already doing, but you are using props from the World March 3 project. So, Edwin, thank you very much for our good talk this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Very interesting, very good. No, we have seen some of his films, no?
Yes, I've seen many of his films,
Yes, yes.
and they are really touching, and they
Very
take
well done. No?
domestic problems, make a play, and they also involve the audience.
It's an
to-
amazing medium for this type of festivals
Yeah,
to
it's,
spread the message of peace and
yeah,
nonviolence.
yeah, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. No?
Yes, for example, in south of France, in Marseille, a rap singer will put one of his, comment on dit, canciones,
See? Chanson.
sing, yes, and adapt it for the march in 3 language.
Fantastic.
And we'll put it free of rights for the march. It's like this, and I think the song it's called "Citizen of the World" or something like this. Now in 3 language, in Spanish, English, and French. They are preparing now a little video. No? I think it's a good way to sensibilize young people. Fantastic.
I find this fantastic. You carry on the discussion, and I have to leave because I have another meeting scheduled at 7. That is 7 in UK. But let's
Yes.
continue, because I would like to hear and to talk to each and everyone. And the same plan we have with Ragnar and Julius, and so we'll carry on.
Yeah.
And in that way, we can put together all the resources and ideas that we have, each one of us. So we'll see you very soon. Take care.
Thank you very much. Thank
Cheers.
you very much,
Yes.
Antonio. And I think
Thanks to
I
you,
have
Julius.
I have a proposal now, since I have I can share with you the Rafael de la Rubia's book from the first March, so we can have some images, and then I will, if you agree that we watch it together, then I can start the technical procedures.
Can we first, Julius, can we first, we told that if each and everyone will introduce themselves and tell what they want to do, can we finish with that, and then afterwards we can go
sorry.
to
Yeah,
that? That's a very good idea. Yeah. I think Tracy, I think Tracy is next. Tracy, can you introduce yourself and tell us what ideas you have about the activity in that you and your groups, many groups can do and want to do?
Thank you very much, Ragnar. My name is Lucy. I'm from Kenya. I'm a farmer, I'm an activist, and also I'm a musician. So according to me, I'll say that I won't only focus on the youth, because I focus with all age groups. I have children, I have elders from 60 to 90 years, I have youth. So to me, I'll consider all age groups, because when we talk about peace, it's not about only one age group. It has to start from the root, and then it has to finish to the crown. And the crown are the senior elders, our grandparents, our elders. We have to teach the community. We have to work with all ages. So as we've prepared to do concerts and sports, that is the main thing that we'll measure on, and also work on a little bit.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just want to introduce Rafa, and that is the man who had that crazy idea of the march. So he just wants to salute everybody. Okay?
Yeah,
It's okay.
Very nice. We are honored. Rafael de la Rupia, he is the one who is responsible for the Third World March. He come to our meeting to say hello.
Yes. Okay.
You are muted, Rafael.
Rafael, you're muted.
You have to unmute your microphone.
No se te escucha, Rafa.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No. No, sorry, I don't speak English. So it's a problem. This is problem.
No, bueno, era para saludarles. Si quiere, Antonio se acaba de marchar y están conversando cada uno, tratando de abrir imágenes de lo que se pueden hacer. Así que si quieres decir unas palabras sencillas, y yo me tengo que ir también, así que yo te traduzco.
Maybe Martin can translate for you.
Yes.
Nada, acabamos de venir de Málaga. Se ha realizado allí el segundo foro del Mediterráneo, Mar de Paz.
We are just coming from the south of Spain, where there was a little forum of Mediterranean Sea of Peace.
Y nada, estando en Málaga hemos tenido una reunión con la Federación de la Tierra, que están por un montón de países, también en África.
There we had a meeting with Federation of the Earth, which is present in different countries, including in Africa.
Y nada, muy activos, estamos con la edición de un libro.
We are very active everywhere, preparing the edition of the book of the ethical commitment that I would like to speak about. I will send you it on the group, okay?
Y con mucha actividad, así que preparándonos para en septiembre. Bueno, hay un tema de una reunión de universidades, un conversatorio de universidades por la paz y por la marcha mundial.
¿Cuándo? ¿Dónde?
En Latinoamérica, en 5 de septiembre.
They are preparing to, for part of South America, a forum online with the different university around the thematic of the World March.
Y lo que vamos a invitar es a algunos países, universidades de países occidentales, aunque sabemos que en general en esa época están en vacaciones.
And we will invite some people of other university of Occident, however they are on holiday in the date, but...
Porque queremos hacer un conversatorio a nivel mundial de universidades aproximadamente en noviembre.
Because we are interested in organize a forum online of university of all over the world, including African ones, of course, in September. En septiembre, ¿no?
En noviembre.
In November, sorry. Bueno, ok.
Así que nada, un gusto saber que estáis activando África. Pero
a pleasure to know that African is active.
A ver, chao, a ver.
Sí. Ok.
Ok.
Thank you.
Julius, Regnar, Martina.
Okay. Thank you, Rafa.
A ver.
Thank you so much. We are honored that you come into the meeting. You
Yes.
guys, this is the one who is responsible for the Third World March all over
Not
the world.
only for the third, of the idea, of the first one and all.
No, la responsabilidad es de mucha gente.
Sí, but the idea was here.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, Rafa. Chao.
Chao. A ver, chao. Martina, gracias.
Chao.
Chao, Dorothy, no te he visto.
Yeah.
Y Hartan, que está por ahí también. Chao.
Yes. Okay, bye, Rafa.
Ciao.
Okay, we will continue to.
Yes,
I think most are finished. But
sorry of the.
Maybe Kjartan, you come in. I guess you are. Maybe
Sorry for the
limited.
interruption, but I have to leave too because I have
Oh.
another meeting too, and I have to wake up early because tomorrow Peace Festival in another city, and I have to take bus very early in the morning. So going on, and don't worry, ask me what you need on the WhatsApp group. I will send you example of activity done in other place, so it should help you. Okay?
Thank you very, very
A big
much.
hug to everybody.
Nice to see
Thank
you.
you. Yeah.
Ciao,
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Hello all.
Hi.
Hi. So sorry, I joined late. There was some electric problems here at the hotel. I'm in Zanzibar. We are finishing our trip on Saturday. So good to see you all, and we are going strong. We'll be going strong. It's confirmed that we'll be going in August to Nairobi, Kisumu, and Mwanza.
And I will come with you.
Sure. So we'll be at least 4 people, maybe 5. Thor was actually thinking about joining us.
Very nice.
So,
right.
Be a good team.
Oh, nice to hear. Are you going home when are you in Nairobi on your way home?
On Saturday.
Saturday, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice to see you. And how is tell us a little bit how have the trip been going with the people?
It's been excellent. People are really happy. We are 23 altogether, and everybody is really, really happy about it. So couldn't be better.
Okay, very nice. I think
Good to hear.
it's only Vincent left to tell, or have everybody expressed?
Vincent already talked to us.
Okay, everybody. Okay. So now you're free, Julius, if you want to show these images.
Yeah. I will proceed to.
But I had an idea. Okay, in Iceland on the 2nd of October is a day of non-violence. 2nd of October is the day when we start the Third World March.
Yeah.
And it is the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. That's why it's the International Day of Non-Violence. We have always in Iceland make a peace sign on that day, and we will do it now. But I think it would be nice if as many as possible will make a peace sign on that day wherever you are. It doesn't need to be many people. You can have 10 people and you can have a fire and use it as a torch and make a peace sign and take a photo. And if you have and send in as many photos as possible of us small peace signs all over. And if you have a drone, you can picture from above.
Drone?
Yeah, drone. Okay, but it's just an idea. But Julius, the state is yours.
Yeah, well, Tracy, I think, did you finish what you wanted to say? Because you were interrupted somehow, Tracy.
It's raining here, so I think the network is not good. And I'm also in Homa Bay. We came for that training for the humanists about ecosystem. So I don't even where I left, but I said that I wanted to work with all age groups, starting from children to senior elders, because when it comes to peace, everybody wants peace.
Yes, all the generations, yes.
Yes, yes. So we will have concerts and we'll have sports. And in the concerts, mainly we'll focus on peace, GBV, and also we'll invite um, athletes who have made it in Kenya and worldwide. Want them to come compete with us and to also be part of us as we uh, talk to people about peace and embrace peace. And also, and on that day, we were thinking like it's also a day that we will also light candles because of all the people that have died in Kenya fighting for the bill to be not to be signed. So to us, it will be very important on that day if all of you will agree to light candles in honor of the youth, the elders, and the children that have died. As we are talking now, 5 kids have been shot in Rongai with not with our police. We are wondering who the police are because they are putting on IUS badge. It's really disturbing, but we will know later. We'll just know later. So we will work with all age groups. For now, I don't really want to talk much because my heart is so broken, but I'm with you guys.
Thank you very much, Tracy. This was very nice, and also it was a very good example and advice to your fellow countrymen to you know, find solidarity in those difficult times.
Thank you,
Thank
Tracy.
you, thank you. So now I will turn to the Book of the World, the first World Mass, and there, because someone said that photos are one photo can tell more than 1,000 words. So let's look at this, and I will now attend to the technicalities and then share with you. Just a minute. And then we are here. I want to share this. Pokemon. And here we come. So everyone wants to just no, still. So everyone can see. I will look here. Just a minute.
Yes, we see.
Yeah. Okay. This is good here now. So I will scroll it down. I will scroll it down. I will scroll it down here. Where is it? Yeah, here we are. And here we are. Okay. Now everybody can see it. So I will just scroll it down slowly, you know. Minute. And those are images from the World Match, first one, 2008 to 2009. So first is there Mauritania. This is some big gathering there.
Concert and meeting, obviously.
Yeah, yes. And here is Morocco. Morocco comes here. And then you can see how it is. Here we can see Rafa de la Rubia. And we can see how it is easy to make images that they simply have the logo. We already have this logo, and they can make such an interesting image. And here is Morocco again. And here we say Rafa again.
Peace March. Yeah.
Peace March. And even from the logo, it is possible to have flags, you know, so it can be used in many different measures. And here we are.
El Morocco.
And Morocco, a lot of. Actually, the World Match will come through the north, through Morocco in November. Canary Islands.
Lot of boats there. Was it part of the project?
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
Peace March.
Yes, here we see a banner, and it can be used in a conference. This is like the props of the of the World Mass show, to be always visible with our images. This reminds us in Iceland, in the first Mass, we also had a club of mountain climbers, and they went up to the mountains in Iceland. So this is one example that can be repeated, even in, of course, in Africa.
Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro, yeah. And here is a musical concert for peace. Mauritania. Again, they have the flags. So when you have the banners and the flags and all that, not so much needs to, many things can be arranged that will tell story of peace and non-violence. And if we have also like leaflets and telling about peace and non-violence. So this is should be, could inspire some. You suppose, yes. This is very interesting. So the imagination is endless, how to present our project.
It's like Victoria.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. What country is it?
This is in what? This is in Senegal. Yeah, okay.
No.
This is in Senegal, but you are telling, yeah.
It's not Lake Victoria, but you can do this on Lake Victoria.
Yes. And here's Senegal again. They have been very active in this World March on the East Coast, no, West Coast.
T-shirts.
Yeah, Rafa is everywhere. He will come to Africa, I think, also, of course.
Oh, okay. It was very nice to have him on the meeting.
Yeah, so nice, so unexpected.
Yeah.
And Senegal, they are very big in this campaign. Ivory Coast, Amaro, if you are watching, here we see images from your country. Mali. Togo,
On the beach.
Kenya, on the west coast.
Oh, a March.
Yeah, okay. Yes, it was Mars.
It's a small one, but they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have to be
No,
many
this is a
people.
good. And this also is very. We have a lot of drummers and musicians in Africa, so this can be an option in some other places, of course. Benin, Burkina Faso, a lot of countries. Ghana.
Yeah, there is Tony Robinson.
Was he there?
Yeah, go back.
Okay, yes, there he is. Many
He,
people
he,
in
he
Kenya.
was responsible for the World March 1 in Kenya.
Yes. Okay, that was really nice. A good friend. Sierra Leone again, Liberia. So there is a memory in Sierra Leone and Liberia for the World Mass. Nigeria. Kenya. We are now home there in Kenya.
March.
Yeah, and the march, very simple banners.
In Kisumu, okay, go back.
Was it Kisumu?
Go back a little bit. They say here Nairobi, Masai, Kisumu, Nyalanta, Nakuru. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Uganda is there.
No.
In the text.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Kenya is the president, isn't
yes,
it?
Yeah. One aspect of the World Mass is to acquire adhesions, where dignitaries will support the essence of the peace march of non-violence, peace and non-violence, and that is can be very, very interesting in this process. Zambia, here we are, Zambia. In Zambia, it happened that people from Mozambique came to Zambia and joined the effort there. And we see, I think, many were there to the far left.
But this
Here we have,
is a wife of Petur there also.
Is she?
Go up.
Is who?
In the middle. In the middle.
Oh, is she the wife of Peter?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. I see. And then we have Zambia. Miniver is there holding the banner with someone else.
You see, you can design all different kind of banners.
Yeah. And I'm sure that we can find some remake some banners from the first match, because it is we don't have to create we can use images from that time.
Mm.
Yeah. And here we have Mozambique.
And Mozambique.
Yeah. Here we have a peace sign.
Now go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Peace sign with no thoughts, just people holding hands.
Yeah, this is a peace sign, and it can be in any shape or form, but it's all of them are simply, it's expressing the message of the march,
Is that flash?
That's flash. Mozambique. South Africa is also there. So we see that there are many, and Desmond Tutu is there, and the president that have endorsed the World Master. So this is very powerful when some, national figures do that. Ethiopia, and I think, and Uganda. This is something for Abel. Adhesion is there.
Congo.
Angola, that's very interesting. Actually, on the 7th of July, Florabelle from Angola will be a presenter in a conference that will be advertised later on the question, is colonialism still going on or not? And we are to the end.
Very good.
Yes, so we stop sharing.
Okay, I think this give all kind of images.
Yes, and I think we have neared ourselves to the time. We a little bit maybe over the time, but I think that this has been a wonderful meeting and given us very many examples from all of you of how we can proceed with building the activities for peace and non-violence in the African, in the Third World March process. And so I will greet you all, peace, force, and joy to all of you.
Yeah.
Peace, force, and joy.
Peace, force, and joy also. I will continue with you. Thank you for all the information, Tracy, about the banners and the T-shirt and all that. We will talk tomorrow, and Opala also. I want to support you with a banner so you can, like Julius was saying, in Europe, in England, they were the team was having a banner of when the first World March was. Then the team was in many countries having, when the football game was starting, then they were showing the banner of peace World March and having a 1 minute silence or something like is it something like that? Milano and what
Yeah,
is
in Spain, you
yeah.
know, the big teams were doing this all over the world.
Yeah.
In Iceland also.
Yeah, in Iceland. So it's possible to when the games before the game start, you make like doing the national song when it's a game between countries, and they have a banner of peace sign and then 1 minute silence for peace.
Yeah, to reflect on peace and non-violence.
Yeah. But Antonio, I will also give you a call next week. We talk.
Okay, my friends. So I will bring about the close just now. Okay, thank you for a very, very nice meeting, all of you.
Peace, force, and joy.
Yeah.
Force and joy.
Yes.
Take care all.